We're live, dude. Again.
We are live.
So, guys, wanted to come on real quick and just give you guys a recap of last night's awesome show, man. We went to see Delain and Amorphis. You have a really cool Amorphis shirt on, dude.
Why, thank you.
I was hoping you would have bought one for me.
Amorphis.
Yes.
This is my first legit, death metal logo t-shirt. Kind of cool.
And guys, while Eddie's lighting up over here, we're filming on both our channels live right now. So you guys on my channel, thanks for watching. This is one of my closest friends, in the whole world, maybe universe. And Eddie Gray, he's the owner also of the Pipe Nook. He's the YouTube channel, the Pipe Nook, and you sell some pretty awesome pipes and tobacco and all that. So this is like the old school pipes, like the real deal type stuff.
Yeah, so let me do a shout out to the YouTube pipe community. Since we're merging worlds here, worlds are colliding.
The worlds are colliding. It's like an 80s ballad or something, man. Two worlds colliding.
I am smoking some Captain Earl's Reflections as we reflect on the concert last night. And I'm smoking it in my trusty dusty Savinelli 320 Series 3.
You want to show my viewers your pipe there?
Oh, you want to see my pipe?
Because I don't think they can see.
Well, I was showing my people.
We've got two cameras going here, guys. So
there you go. I sell these on my site, thepipenook.com.
Cool business he started a few years back. But real quick, you guys, if you didn't catch the live show we did yesterday on both our YouTube channels, we had a lot of fun doing that. We just kind of had a Euro metal music chat, which I had a good time doing that, man. That was cool. I lost my voice, dude, last night.
You screamed a lot.
I guess I did, man, but me and Eddie go way back. We played in bands together, and I think the next live feed we do, man, we should play something acoustically at least, because we were out here playing on the patio the other day. But I know we go way back, guys. We actually met after high school. I won't retell the whole story here, but if you didn't catch yesterday's live feed, we met right after high school. Eddie was managing this band called Pelin Genesia. Some people called it Pagan Gonorrhea because they thought that was funny. Actually, it's kind of hilarious. But anyway, that was my first real band, being in my first real band because of Eddie. And we just, after that band faded out, Eddie and I started playing in bands together. We formed a band called The Guys. Just a bunch of cool guys playing cool music, and it was more like a 80s rock, band back then. But we didn't really play metal. We should have played metal. That's where we screwed up. But anyway, so Ed, you come down for a show about once a year. We find a cool show to go to here in Tampa,
Yep. That's always the excuse to just come hang out there. That's always the fun part. It's about a 6 to 7 hour drive depending on traffic, but it's always fun.
Yeah, Pensacola to right here, Seffner, pretty much a straight shot, I-10, I-75. So last night, guys, we saw Delain and Amorphis at the Orpheum. Now, dude, before we get into the show, this is an awesome show, by the way. I think the Orpheum may have been called Masquerades or something like that way back. This is in Ybor City in Tampa. But I think that was the venue that you and I saw Sonata Arctica back in 2005, dude. 2004, 2005, something like that.
It could have been. I didn't remember the room, but you said they had a venue change, they moved buildings or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool. So two bands. We saw 5 acts last night. 5 bands, which is really, it was a super long show, which was cool. We had balcony access. I always paid the extra $10-15 to get balcony access. We're a little bit too old to be in the mosh pits. But it really wasn't a mosh pit. I mean, Delain Amorphis. But there's 2 opening bands. And guys, I apologize. I do not remember the names. I was trying to look them up online here before we started this. But and then Anik van Gesberger opened for them as well. I hope I pronounced her name right. Please forgive me if I did not.
Probably not.
Yeah. So she played. She just came out with an acoustic, dude, and played. Actually, she played a couple cover songs from way back too, before Amorphis came on. So that was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But dude, tell our viewers about Amorphis, man, because you really dug into Amorphis before we went to this show. This is a band you didn't really like listen to that much before, didn't really know about before.
I had never heard of Amorphis before. Maybe I've heard the name, but I didn't know anything about the band. And it's weird when you've been a music fan, particularly a metal fan, for 30 plus years, to find a band that you've never really gotten into before, that you've never even heard of, or you don't really know anything about, but they've been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
Amorphis is about to celebrate their 30th anniversary as a band.
Wow, dude.
And so they had 13 albums. Now, I knew I was coming down here to see Delain. That was the point, was to see Delain again, because we've seen them twice already, and they always put on a great show.
Awesome show.
But because Amorphis was playing with them, I looked them up, and I'm like, I cannot believe these guys have been around since 1990, and I've never heard of them.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
I don't know which camera to look at, but anyway, so yeah, for the past month, I've been digging into Amorphis music, and there's just so much there. Like somebody, an Amorphis fan at the show, asked me last night, well, as a new person into the band, what's your favorite song? I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's going to take months and months for me to process that much music. I mean, 13 albums, 10 songs each, that's 130 songs.
It's a lot, dude.
But they started out as a death metal band, as you can see by their death metal logo. Like, all death metal logos have to look like this. There's probably a font. No, they're all hand drawn, but they all look kind of the same.
I think they're based on a font and then kind of like some, abstract artwork around that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and they made 2 death metal albums that were like straight death metal, and they sing about, they're a Finnish band, so they sing about Finnish folklore, epic poems, mythology, all that kind of stuff. And then they kind of morphed into
Amorphis.
a different kind of sound in the 90s. Not your typical alternative sound, but definitely they were taking some chances. They went, like the death metal vocals went away and the guy went with this more standard vocal style. They did that for 4 or 5 albums, then they got a new singer and went more towards progressive metal. The heavy kind of came back, and the growls came back in a certain measure. But yeah, I've been really digging that band. I don't want to, they're not like in my top 5 favorite bands quite yet,
Sure,
but
sure.
I think they're going to wind up as some of my favorite bands. And they had excellent merch, so I bought this shirt. I bought 3 Amorphis shirts.
I know, dude.
Because you guys, I know if you go to concerts, t-shirts are like
They're
$30,
up there. Yeah.
$35. I've seen shirts $40 for the right band, But Amorphis, their shirts were 15, 2 for 25, and 3 for 35. So I got 3 Amorphis shirts.
And I didn't get any Amorphis shirts, and I'm kicking myself for that now. I bought the Delain shirt. The merch was like cheap, guys. I mean, it was like, I think this is $20. But they had Amorphis. They had a section of Amorphis shirts from past concerts, from past tours, and they were only $10 a piece. And I'm like, why didn't I buy one of those? You know, I could have not had one of the beers I had and bought a shirt instead. You know what I mean? I just, for whatever reason, just didn't do it. But dude, you say they're a Finnish band. I guess we'll have to finish our coffee. Bad pun. No, but there's something about we talked about this yesterday on the live show. There's something about European metal, especially like melodic metal and kind of melodic, symphonic. They're not really symphonic, but they tour. Delain tours with Nightwish quite a bit. They're very close. You guys know Marco, the bass player for Nightwish, sings on quite a few of their songs, and we've seen that. Like the last Nightwish show we went to, we saw Marco come on stage and sing with Delain, which is sing to me with one of the songs, which is awesome. But there's just something about that region. Man, my voice is shot, dude. There's something about that region, the metal, that just captivates us. It's different from American metal. I love American metal. Don't get me wrong. But like I said yesterday, a lot of the American bands I listen to really are just bands that have been around for a while. I love my Megadeth, I love Exodus and Overkill and Slayer and all these bands, But what's up? I saw someone give us a shout out on there. I'll try to read some of the comments as they pop up here. But yeah, there's just something different about the Euro metal scene that I guess I don't quite find in the American metal scene today, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like something's missing.
So, brief recap of the show. Delain always puts on a good show. That was no exception last night.
Yes, dude, that was awesome.
They had a newer album since the last time we saw them. They did some stuff off of that.
Yeah.
Amorphis was kind of interesting. Like, I loved everything they did, but it was just interesting to, like, watch a band that has a 30-year body of work, and they're picking 10 songs or whatever. And I don't know yet which albums are from which eras and that kind of thing. But they definitely have a signature sound, and I really enjoyed the show. And you could tell, I mean, they were vets. They were tour vets.
They're on their game, dude.
Lockstep with each other.
Yep.
Just like it was no thing, how you watch professional baseball players, and you're like, that looks easy enough.
They just do it. They're not struggling. There's no like, oh man, let me look at the drummer to make sure he's going to get this next part right, and they know where to go. It was just like they could probably just play in separate rooms without even seeing each other and just know what to do. And that's, that was the beauty of playing long term in a band. That's the beauty of bands that have been around for a while. It's probably the reason why we still listen to a lot of the older bands, because the more you do anything, the better you get. My viewers on here know this. When I give guitar tutorials online, I always encourage you guys to pick something and focus on that one thing, that practice session, and then do that over and over and over. I teach repetition, and it's like working out, the same thing. The longer you do something, the more the better you get at that thing, and you master it. Like master of puppets. Master. Cheesy puns today, dude.
Every day.
Yeah. You didn't even laugh at the pun, so I thought maybe.
That wasn't very funny.
No, okay, well, so. All right. Oh, boy. All right. But yeah, great show last night, though, guys. So, Delain, they did Stardust, and that's like my all-time favorite Delain song. I love that tune. It's melodic. It's catchy.
That's what that's what my kids like to hear all the time. Like it's, and that's nothing against you. I'm just saying, like my 7-year-old asks for Stardust by name all the time. That's her favorite song.
Maybe the name like Stardust, like poof, it's like sprinkles of like little
My Little
fairies.
Pony.
Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know. But look, I'm still a kid. You're a kid too, man. We're still kids at heart. We never really like grew up, We became more responsible, I think, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
A little bit.
We're not drinking like beer at like 11 o'clock in the morning here, We're drinking coffee.
We're respectable guys.
Yeah, it's like we're changing. We're becoming regular people.
Nah, Stallion.
That was a line from Rocky IV, by the way, guys. But yeah, very, very killer show, man. I had such a good time, and we hung out with a guy. We met Frank Pastor. He's I think he's a journalist here in Tampa Bay, and
hey,
he's
Brian.
a writer. Brian, what's up, dude? Oh, My Little Pony.
I know you don't.
Brian Jones?
Yeah, that's Brian Jones.
So we're like a pug dog, because like one eye's looking at this camera and the other eye's looking at that camera. So it's like a pug. You can pet us too if you want. I'm kidding. Don't pet us. No, but crap, dude. I forgot what I was saying. Now I saw Brian come on. Man, I haven't seen Brian in.
Yeah, Brian's
years.
an old friend.
Yeah, old friends are good friends, man. Love you, Brian, dude. Good to see you, man. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying now about music. Memory's a horrible thing. Oh no. So I was mentioning Frank Pastor.
Yeah.
We met, and I'm getting to the story, you guys. We met Frank Pastor at a Nightwish concert in Orlando, probably like 4 years ago. I think it was the first time we saw Nightwish. Just standing in line, and the thing about. And I always harp on this, our metal family is a beautiful, awesome, freaking family. We come from all walks of life, all cultures, all ethnicities, backgrounds. We just have such a cool family. I love all of you guys, and we're just a good family. So naturally, you just start chatting with people because you have that connection already. You're a metalhead, you love metal music, and especially the Euro metal, bands like Delain, bands like Amorphis, Nightwish, and such. But we just bumped into this guy and started chatting, and we've seen him at different shows since. We always kind of bump into him, and he always.
Frank does not seem to miss a show.
No, he doesn't, and he always gets to meet the band. So I got introduced to. I almost forgot to tell you guys this. I actually met Timo, the guitarist for Delain, last night. You know, and I've got a picture on my Facebook and Instagram. It's a horrible picture. It's all grainy because it was super dark, and I guess my iPhone 7 just kind of sucks now. I need to get your phone, dude. Yours is cool. Maybe like you can buy me one or something, you know, since
Maybe. No.
sell some more pipes and buy me a phone, you know. But no, I got to meet Timo last night. Very cool guy. I think he's a great guitarist too. He's very tight. You know, he knows his stuff. And then we went to this little bar called the Boneyard around the corner from the Orpheum with Frank, because we knew Frank's like, hey, meet us over there, because I knew he's going to bring the action, man. He's going to bring the people, and we got to meet some more of the band members. Anik, I think, was there as well, you know.
Yes, Anik was there. And I forgot to mention, so there were 2 local metal bands that started the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then Anik did an acoustic set, just her voice and an acoustic guitar. She used to sing for a band called Within Temptation. Oh, The Gathering.
Yeah, I think it was The Gathering, which I think they're associated with Within Temptation as well, but The Gathering is who she was with.
And she is a guest vocalist on one of the new Amorphis songs from their new album.
Yeah.
So she toured with them so she could come on stage for that song, and she was an extra act. But her acoustic set was hilarious to me because she did, I think she did
she did Jolie, dude. Dolly Parton.
She did a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah.
And if you've ever experienced, probably not that many people have experienced, being at a metal show and listening to a female vocalist do an acoustic version of Dolly Parton's Jolie.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Very interesting. Like, I was just laughing the whole time. And she did it really well. And she did a version of Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Yeah, she did that. I think
she
there's
did
another cover song
a Chris Cornell song.
Yeah. So she was really awesome. I love, and it was, you know, it was actually a nice breakup. You know, like going from some really heavy melodic metal type stuff, then all of a sudden it's like this interlude of beautiful acoustic and a beautiful voice. Her voice is top notch, and you know, you guys on my channel who are musicians, you know, playing in a band's one thing. You know, you've got other people that can kind of fill in the dead spots, or if you screw up or something like that, it's easier to cover it up with all the other instruments going. But when it's just your guitar and your voice, and that's it, you know, every little nuance and every little screw up is going to be heard. And screw ups are fine. I actually applaud when people, you know, will mess up or whatever, and they cover it up. It's like, hey, you know what, I'm human. But she didn't, like, she was never off at all. It was just like listening to a CD or something, you know. Beautiful voice and amazing work there. So it was cool. And then Amorphis came on after her, and then Delain played last, right?
Delain played last, yep.
Yeah.
But it was great to be able to, like, go to the bar next door after the show, hang out with Frank, hang out with a couple other people that you had met previously, and Anik,
yeah.
And the few of the guys from Amorphis were there.
It was a cool time.
It was really neat. I mean, there's like a brotherhood, a camaraderie there. And there was a point where I saw some of the guys from Delain outside the door.
You told me that,
and I was like, we're about to hang out with both bands.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but they went down the street, so we didn't get to hang out with them. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yeah. Dude, I mean, these people, and actually, and I'm friends with Sanders on Instagram. He was the Delain drummer from up to 2014. I think 08 to 14 or something like that. Those dates could be wrong.
I'm just blowing smoke in your face.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry about that.
You're just like blowing smoke most of the time, man.
Yeah.
Out your arse.
I should have been on that side.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll embrace the pipeness here, you know.
Anyway,
but yeah, so I was texting Sanders before that. It's like, hey, dude, we're about to see, you know, your old band, and he was going to try to get us to meet the band. You know, he was going to text his friends in Delain, but we just, you know, I think we're kind of too late for that. But Sanders, if you're watching, dude, thanks, man. He's an awesome dude. But yeah, it was just a cool time. I really enjoy being in Ybor City for concerts. It's like we usually go to the Ritz for shows, but you know the Orpheum has quite a bit of metal shows too. Obviously, I saw Morbid Angel at the Orpheum like 3 or 4 months ago. That was a pretty cool show too.
Well, we're at the 20-minute mark, you guys. So we better. Do you have anything else you want to cover?
No, dude, I don't think so. You know, we're just real quick before we end the video here. Just quick shout out. If my fans, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate your support as always. You know, if you guys are into tobacco and like smoking authentic like tobacco and pipes, you know, Eddie Gray here, the Pipe Nook. .com, or I'll put a link to his YouTube channel as well. So make sure you head over there and subscribe. If you just look up the Pipe Nook, N-O-O-K, not Pipe Nuke, or like not nuking. I used to call it the Nuke for some reason because I'm thinking, Megadeth, you know, the big bombs and stuff. But you know, yeah, head over to his channel if that's your interest. And of course, you know, if you want to give me a shout out on your channel, you can. You know, if you guys love metal,
I will. So Jason and I are longtime friends. But he's a phenomenal guitar player, and it's really weird. Like, when you hear somebody say, yeah, I got a buddy who really knows how to play guitar, you don't know what that means. Jason, ever since he was late teens, has been a phenomenal guitar player. Like, I can remember the first day I met him was through a shared friend, and our buddy Mike was like,
Tipton,
show Eddie what you can do. And you just started ripping through like Master of Puppets or something, and it was just like note for note, like I was listening to the CD.
I was a Metallica freak back then. It's, you know, Puppets and Justice were the reasons I started playing. Thank you for the kind words. I think there's something in my eye.
But he's only gotten better. Like, he's never rested on his laurels. He practices every single day.
Yeah, I do. I play every day. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, he has mastered the craft of guitar. And lately, the past several years, you've been making albums. So this is one of his albums here, Heavy Metal Workout.
Yeah.
On my mug here. And he's got a new album out called Masterpiece.
Yeah, Masterpiece. Peace is Masterpiece, one word, but Peace is spelled P-E-A.
I got a promo copy.
Awesome, dude, yeah.
Let's see. Will that show up?
Yeah, I think it's showing up.
Good enough.
There, yeah. My fans have already seen the CD, you know. But,
not bad. Here,
yeah. Hey,
Masterpiece.
Don't leave my people out.
Yeah, if you like cool metal,
Yeah.
that's very proficient in guitar specifically.
That's my first vocal album too. I put out 3 instrumental albums, but this is my first vocals, and I gave death metal vocals a shot on this thing. So you know,
Yeah.
I was really happy with the way it turned out.
But
And,
his channel is Jason Stallworth. Jason Stallworth
yeah,
on
just
YouTube.
Jason Stallworth, yeah.
And his website is jasonstallworth.com.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for that, dude. Yeah, guys, I think that wraps it up for our show. We got to think. We try to do this once a year. You know, Eddie lives in Pensacola. You guys know I'm from Pensacola. I moved to the Tampa area in 2000, and miss you, dude. Miss hanging out. I love this time, man. I really enjoy it. I was so excited when you pulled up 2 days ago. I'm like, he's here. I kept walking outside. I'm like, he's not here yet. He's not here yet. You know, and then. And you text me, hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes, and I didn't see the 5-minute part. And I'm like, yes, he's here, and I walk outside. I'm like, dude,
No Eddie.
You suck, man. You told me a lie, and like, no, hoser, I told you 5 minutes. I'm 5 minutes away.
I should have been like, just kidding, I didn't even come.
Oh, that sucked, dude. Oh, that'd be like, you know, you're getting married, and then your spouse doesn't show up. She's like, you know, this is all just like a big joke.
Like Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer.
Oh my God, dude, yeah.
With that dumb look on his face.
Yeah. But we try, we don't try, we do this once a year, and I think we're going to ramp it up. I think next time there's a show in Pensacola, I'm going to come that way. And, you know, the vinyl, I know they have a lot of shows there. But yeah, so we're gonna start planning our show for next year. Dude, I hope we can see Amon Amarth together next time. That would be such a cool show to go.
Yeah, we've both seen them, but not together. So.
And Arch Enemy. I'd like to see Arch Enemy too. You know, if those two bands would tour together and we could see those together, that'd be awesome. So
yeah.
Well, I think we've kept you guys long enough. I hope you enjoy the show. We plan to do some more of these. We might, even though we're in different areas, we might start doing like a Metal Talk series here on both the channels if you guys want that. So let us know if you'd like us to break down some bands and albums and that sort of thing, and just kind of and talk about that, and tell us, you know, we'll tell you what we like about the albums and that sort of thing, and you can tell us what you like. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and until the next video, keep it metal.
See you guys.